Yeah.
We're back.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. So, what are you guys up to at this party? You're still mingling? Ozone stuffing your face?
Yeah, Ozone stuff in his face, getting stuff in his gullet with whatever drink is available.
All
I
right.
would. I was gonna sort of introduce myself to Doctor Daergram or whatever, and just because I noticed he
Okay.
was at the party and he was there. And, I figured,
All right, great.
because who else is eating with us in that banquet amongst the party, right? Like it's just him, me.
No one particularly that you would know. Daergram has developed a rapport with the other clerics, so he may be talking to them. So those would be the only people that you kind of somewhat know, because they were at least like in the same vicinity with you when you were fighting. But
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm just getting a feel for the for just all of this. This is just pretty lavish. So I'm just sort of attaching myself. I'll attach myself to Dr. Daergram if he knows people, because I don't know anybody
Okay.
here.
All right, cool. And so you guys are conversing. Is that good with you, Daergram? Daergram?
Oh yeah, sure. As long as I get to eat a little bit and drink, because that's the good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this food's pretty good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like they perfectly knew how to cater to our taste.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I haven't eaten this good in like a really long time.
What's wrong with your voice?
What? My voice.
Oh my god!
There's inspiration for that shit.
Dude.
Yeah, please take inspiration for that.
Yeah, why are you talking like you're a child?
What? Well, I don't know how dudes talk around here. I'm really not from around here.
Where are you
This is my first
from?
day here. I'm from the continent of. Hold on, let me look it up. It's
Okay.
Lynn, right? It's pronounced Lynn.
Yeah, Lynn.
Okay. Yeah.
Nomenclature, I would say that as this is going on, you have come back into the banquet hall where you last left Addison.
Do I see anybody?
You see Ozone, and you see the priest who healed Addison talking.
Are either of them within 120 feet of me?
Sure.
Well,
Firebolt.
I cover my mouth and I give the finger gun to the doctor, since I've interacted with him. Well, he seems to be helpful, considering he healed the only person I actually give a shit about in this group.
Uh-huh.
And you don't know this.
Yeah, I know.
And I cast message and whisper, "Yo, where's Addison? I need their elven tongue, specifically their lexicon."
Who do you say that to?
I'm so sorry.
I need their elven tongue.
Who do you say that to?
Well,
I love it. I love it. I'm sorry, go on.
I cast message to you, and since it's a whisper, you hear, "Yo, where's Addison? I need their elven tongue, specifically their lexicon. In the air our fate is hung. Stones need to be unturned, and carvings must be discerned."
Well, I speak Elvish if you need that.
Alright, so I hear that as a whisper, and then I say, "That's actually incredibly useful. Please come with me."
Okay.
What the fuck is that? Oh, that you
Gotta
eating
finish
your food?
eating.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dude, are you in a rush?
I'm just a little bit hungry. I have a lot of muscle to feed.
Yeah, dude, you're pretty buff.
I know, right? It's just I carry this big hammer a lot.
Yeah, I could imagine. Like,
Can
so
you
how big?
float?
Yeah, I could if I wanted to. I think I'm a little tired after the fight, though.
It's just
Yeah,
What
'cause
is
I
what
cast
is
levitate after the fight.
life? Is this real life?
I
just-
can't.
Cast message again to the doctor and say, actually, I cast message to Ozone and say, if you want, you can come. If you want to, you can. We're gonna go check some shit out. We may need your muscle, man.
What? Who? Like, so I'm like looking around the air, like, what is going on, right? And like,
There's that 8 intelligence.
who is this?
You see a small, 3'1" and tons of fun albino gnome with big white beard, well, big blonde beard and a gray beanie, and he's
Okay.
I don't
giving
know.
the nod, the bro nod, like.
So you're looking at nomenclature, Ozone?
Well, no, I'm looking around for who's talking to me at this point. I was talking to Dr. Daergram, and all of a sudden I hear a voice in my head.
Yeah,
So
give me a
I'll just
perception
look
check.
around. Sure.
Yeah, give
that
me a
has a-
perception check.
he has like a drumstick in his mouth and his eyes just wide and he's walking around like, what?
Like that Hillary Clinton meme when she saw the balloons. That wow. So
How is my
yeah.
perception this low? Okay. Oh man. Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
Right. So when I said he's absolutely confused, I cast
You,
N and
you,
say,
you,
You guess
Yo.
what?
I cast message again, so you
Okay.
hit, it's the gnome over here. You seem a little messed up, so I thought I should be clear.
Okay. So once you start rhyming, I guess like that, and I catch it, I guess I'm assuming it might be the DJ who was basically I would recognize the voice aside from if it's not amplified, right? Yeah. So I'll start looking for for the gnome there.
nomenclature. Give me a perception check.
And I'll say to Dr. Daergram, I'm like, dude, was the gnome talking to you just now?
Yeah, some of these arcane users can talk with their minds.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I've heard about that stuff.
Aren't you like an arcane caster? You should have that ability.
Yeah, but I can't do that kind of stuff.
Jesus
I
Christ!
love this. I love this so much.
This is terrible.
None of us can
This
see
is awful. Yeah, okay. So you do not notice anything, and you're so taken off guard when this staff member taps you on the shoulder that you jump a little.
Whoa, where'd you come from?
I can't see shit.
This was. Oh my God, I can't. So this staff member is a tall elven woman. She is a tall wood elven woman, and she kind of looks at you knowingly with this sort of sarcastic smile and says, "The mistress of the house is looking for you." And then she points to the two of you in the distance and crooks her finger to tell you to come.
Me?
And she nods.
I think she means both of us, dude.
But like, I just wanted the food.
Bring some, man. Let's do this. And so, yeah, I'll start
At
gathering.
this
Like, I'll
point,
wait for
yeah,
whoever's
I
handing
listened to
out.
that advice and it sounds very sound, and I put some of the food in my bag.
I'll just take a tray.
I'm gonna.
If they're bringing it around on their hand, I'll just like wistfully take the tray. Like, yeah, cool, thanks. I just start walking.
All right. This is great. So, this is wonderful. So, okay, so this wood elven woman leads you up the stairs to
Wait,
the
wait.
right.
Before we go anywhere, I want to persuade her to, like, give us a minute.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to roll first, and then depending on what I roll, I'll see what I say.
I'm coming with that tray.
I was saying how your character, Benny, makes me think of Keanu Reeves from Ed.
Yeah, it's impossible. To
So what do you say? So I'm just curious. What do you say to persuade her?
Yeah, could you give us a minute? We were just gonna go smoke. If you want to, I won't tell anybody, and I'll give you a couple of tokes.
She's like, you might as. She turns to you and she giggles a little. She's like, you might as well bring it upstairs. I'm sure that Mistress's stuff is way better than yours anyway.
I prefer
And
to be outside. Smoking indoors gives me the heebies.
she has a terrace.
Fuck.
Logic battle.
Yeah. And then start walking.
Yeah.
So she ushers you both in front of her and tells you to go to your right, toward the door to your right, like up the staircase toward the door to your right in the foyer.
I say, is there anywhere I could use the bathroom? Just like real quick.
Yes, there's a bathroom in the office.
Cool. Will you guys?
Which is,
You guys just stay here real quick. I'm
nope. That's where we're going. We're going to the office. So
Okay.
there is a bathroom there.
I just didn't want to get.
They'll watch you.
What happened?
No, I say to her, I just wanted to make sure I didn't get like turn around.
Don't worry, you won't get turned around. You should head this way. Addison is waiting for you.
Cool.
I'll lean over to Dr. Daergram and I'll just like sort of whisper, dude, the DJ's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what his problem is.
Can I roll up? See if I hear this.
Yeah, why not?
Why is he always trying to speak in this youth way?
So yeah, you hear it. Yeah, you hear it.
This rapping thing's my game. That's why Nomenclature's my name.
Oh, that's right. Like, nice to meet you, dude. Like, because we haven't really met, right? Yeah, so I'll offer my hand. Yeah, I'm Ozone, but I think you might have seen that, or whatever. Yeah, I want to fight.
I give him a fist bump and be like, "Aight, Shaka, bro."
Cool.
So we keep walking.
Mm-hmm. To your right, and she opens the door for you. And do you look inside the door?
Yes.
Yes.
So inside the door, you see the masked woman sitting casually on the desk, and you see Addison and Cathixis both in the room. Cathixis holding a very gaudy mask.
Waving it in front of my face.
Yes.
Putting it up.
Wait, it's
taking
not
it down.
actually on you?
No, I'm just putting it up to my face, looking through it, and then picking it back down.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what you see in the room. Addison, I would say, how are you feeling, Addison? Because I want to be able to convey how you look. Like, do you look uneasy? Do you look calm, at peace? What are we looking at?
I'm very like stone faced. My lips are kind of like pursed,
Mm-hmm.
like, narrowed, suspicious eyes. Because at first my eyes opened widely when I heard her whispering to the wood
Mm-hmm.
what she was doing, and now I'm just kind of like I'm just standing there, like leg bent a little bit, arms crossed, like staring at her, and then I don't turn my head. I just quickly like glance over at the other group and make like just very brief eye contact with Nomenclature, and then I look back to the mistress.
Can I roll an insight check when we make eye contact?
Yeah.
Oh, could I do some sort of? Well, I guess if he's doing an insight check, then I don't need to.
Well, I mean, you do have. Do you have message, Addison?
I don't. He does.
Okay. So, what was that? Okay, so you can feel how she's. You basically get an idea of what she's feeling, even the more subtler emotions. You kind of get an idea of what she seems to be perceiving. So suspicion, but not really danger per se. She's on her guard, but not really in danger. They're on their guard, but not really in danger.
All right. I turn to the elf lady and I say, "So where's that bathroom?"
She points straight ahead past Addison. There is a door behind her. That is the bathroom.
I'd like to memorize where Addison is in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go to the bathroom.
Okay.
While I'm in the bathroom, I point to where Addison would be in the other room.
Mm-hmm.
Message. As long as it's not like a 3-foot wall.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I know.
So I cast message again and whisper it. And Addison, you hear, "While looking for a place with a bit of privacy to take a bowl to the face. Right. I noted fertile soil, harboring dangerous green. It'll shuffle us off our mortal coil, if you know what I mean. There's sumac and nightshade and shit closely related. So meet by the foyer, I need shit translated. The plants are a killer. I'm not even joking. This may be a thriller, and I haven't even been toking. Quinn, help me out. I'm a little riddled with doubt. I thought this would be cool, but that wood might prove to be a fool."
That was really good. Inspiration.
Yeah.
Aw, you can only have one at a time.
I only had the one inspiration.
Alright, Ralph got the other one.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So, so what do you do with this information, Addison?
You can respond.
I'm like taking stock of what he's saying, and then I just kind of like lift my hand to like my face, like almost like I'm like rubbing my hand up my face to go like through my hair, and goes to my face. I like whisper, because I have to whisper, right?
Yeah.
I have to speak. I whisper, "Gotcha, little man."
Give me a perception check, Addison.
Eight.
As far as you know, no one is the wiser to what you're doing.
Do we roll?
We heard it like it was a shout.
So all you can tell, all that you see is that the masked woman is smiling at you knowingly.
All right.
After I wait a realistic time for, urination, I step back out.
How long is realistic, though?
Like 45 seconds.
Wash your hands. Okay.
Yeah, I yes. I have to make it look.
So she looks at when you come out. The masked woman looks at you, Nomenclature, and says, "The message spell, genius form of discrete communication. Bravo."
I turn around and look at the door, and I'm like, "Oh, what? You're talking to me?"
Yes. She's like, "But you are," and she just she indicates the couch. She says, I understand your trepidation, but you're really not in danger. It's completely understandable that you would be off guard, but I really have called you here because I wish to ask your I wish to ask of your assistance, not because I want to harm you in any sort of way. So I would appreciate it if you would sit down and we could all talk.
I jump on the couch, big comfy couch style. So like I entire body into it, and since I'm fucking 3'1", I bounce.
That's great. Okay.
She has a desk?
She has a desk. She's currently sitting on the desk.
Huh?
There is a desk. She's currently sitting on the desk.
And what else is in the room aside from the couch?
The couch is very long against one wall. There is a coffee table. And that is really it, except for some accent plants.
All right. I'm just standing there.
Okay.
I'll stand. Did the bookshelf end up getting closed afterwards, or no?
Oh yeah, pulled it closed behind us.
I'll stand by the bookshelf in that case.
Okay. So she says to you, so I'm sure you're all curious why I've asked you here.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's I don't know if I actually belong here.
No, dude, it's cool. You need a job. She's pretty good.
Why don't you feel you belong here?
'Cause like I'm more of a man of the cloth.
Right. So you're a
I look
man.
at him when he says that. Sorry to interrupt, but I look at him when he said, like, what kind of cloth? I look him up and
From what I understand of you, Dr. Daergram, you're a man who has dedicated his life to healing.
That's right.
Well, what greater cause than to heal the broken face of this planet?
I think that's a little above my pay grade.
I wouldn't sell yourself short. I mean, I wouldn't sell yourself short. There are many ways to go about certain things, things of that nature. We currently live in a world full of people who are fractured and mistrustful, and that is completely understandable. But there's a way to not necessarily end that, but to kind of bridge those gaps, and that is what that is what my mission is. Forgive me. I don't believe you guys. I don't believe I've introduced myself. So you've seen me in this event, and I've invited you to my house, but I've very rudely not introduced myself. Some of you may have heard of a figure called the Mockingbird.
I don't think I have.
I look over at Nomenclature and I say,
I'd like to.
The two of you should roll a knowledge history check.
oh shit. I got a 20 non-natural.
20 non-natural, and what did you get, Nomenclature?
19 non-natural.
Perfect. So you know her as a member of the city's High Council. More so than that, she is known as someone who is rumored to operate outside of the city's High Council. There are rumors of her having her own personal spy network. There are rumors of her having her own personal spy network that and an adventuring network that basically has ties outside of the city. She is known to be someone who has very grand visions for the fate of the planet, granted and beneficial visions for the fate of the planet, and she is known for her penchant of testing people and then rewarding them handsomely if they live up to her expectation.
Ah, you're one of the High Council.
Yes, I am. But that is. Say it again.
I heard that you tend to be a bit of a scoundrel.
Scoundrel? How so?
I think what he was trying to do was rhyme.
Oh,
Trying.
she's I've heard of your new style of music. It's very amusing. I love the fact that you're sort of taking the disciplines of these varied colleges of bards and merging them into your own. I think it's rather genius. I would love to see something like that. I would love to see something like that expanded and grown upon.
Yo, I've actually been working on this real cool thing. You should give it a listen. And I cast Minor Illusion, and it's just the beat to Biggie's I Got a Story to Tell.
Uh-huh.
Doom, doom, boom, boom, doom, doom, boom, doom, boom.
Okay.
It's very simple.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so she says, she's like, that's lovely. I didn't mean now. I didn't mean now this second. But that's lovely. And she said, I would love to help you at some point expand your influence as far as that style of music goes.
After she's done, I say, all right, we've gotten who you are. You've got us here. You've been running us around. So maybe perhaps you can be straightforward and let us know what exactly is going on, what it is that all of our time is precious. And if you have a mission for us, then perhaps you should tell us what it is.
Very well. So, the elves of Moonvale in the mountains, fair distance from here. My staff have been telling me rumors that the elves of Moonvale have been plagued with attacks from Vanera. So at the word Vanera, I need each of you to give me a history or arcana, whichever you're better at.
$11.
14.
19.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ozone, you have no idea. Everyone else knows that the Vanera are the Unseelie Court of Fae. They're the Unseelie Court of Fae. They are they're a group of Fae that Fae and
Even the doctor?
Doctor got a 9, so probably not.
oh no, I didn't see that roll. Oh no, he doesn't know. He has a
Daergram and Ozone don't know this, but Gnomenclature, Addison, and Cathixis.
yeah. No, that the Vanera are the Winter Court of Fae and Dark Elves. So what these Fae are is that when the elves came from the astral realm, there's one particular group, the Winter Court, that decided to replace the missing Astra and Ether from their diets by feeding on sentient beings rather than by supplementing it with food and sleep. So they feed on sentient beings to replenish their energy, so to speak. And she
Mortality, right?
yeah, to basically make sure they keep their long lifespans. and replenish their energy. So they do that instead of eat and sleep. And she says the Vanira have been getting bolder as of late, and they have been encroaching on the Twilight Lands, coming out of the Nightlands, and harassing the elves of Moonvale. These elves were stationed there to keep a lookout and keep the Vanira out, but they're having a bit of trouble doing so. They're having a bit of trouble doing so, and there seems to be some sort of connection between that, from what the rumors I'm hearing, there seems to be a connection between that and the militarization of the Deathless in Norindiel. So at that, I'm going to need another history or Arcana check.
Hey, I got a natural 20.
Okay.
And I got a 20.
So 20, 20.
I got a natural 20 minus 1.
No, I have a 24.
Take
I've-
that, nerds.
Crit.
Oh yeah, I got an 8.
Well, now you don't know shit.
15.
Okay, so Addison, you're not really familiar with the Deathless Nation. Everyone else got above a 10?
Yep.
And I
All
got
right, everyone
So did
else got above a 10, and Cathixis, you got above a 15? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you guys know the Deathless Nation of Norindial to be a nation in the far north of this continent, in the land called the Barrens, and it is a nation of vampires. It is a nation of vampires, and there seems to be some sort of correlation between the agitation of the Winter Court and the militarization of these vampires. And who had natural 20s?
Ozone and I.
Okay, you guys know, you guys have an inkling that the connection between the two might have to do with a sort of somewhat shared ancestry between the Vanira and the vampires. So there's that. So she said that there's she now says if this sort of agitation is allowed to continue, there could be many lives lost, and the world could become far more fractured than it already is, and just it could become far more fractured than it already is, and could spell the end of possibly the end of life in the Nightlands and the Twilight Lands, which could obviously affect Findius as we're on the border. And say it again.
I was I wait until she's done.
Yeah.
Now, as flattering as that may be, just all of this, the way it sounds, that you're hiring us for something that has to do with this, why exactly is this not brought up to the council? And if one of the nations is militarizing, then don't you think that maybe the military of Findius should be involved?
I'd rather try to handle this quietly than go into all-out war, first of all. And second of all...
Say it
again?
As a diplomat, shouldn't you be handling that before it comes to all-out war?
That's what I'm trying to do. Diplomacy isn't exclusively handshaking and fancy parties. Some of it has to do with gathering information, and putting your faith in people who can slip by unnoticed.
So essentially, this is an espionage mission.
Ah, so drow and vampire is what you speak, and silence interference is what you seek.
Yes.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I can't do anything by it.
He's right.
I beg to differ. I've been watching you both for quite a while. You both have made quite a name for yourself in this city.
I'll walk up to Nomenclature, hold out my bag, and say, "Here, this bag should help keep you quiet." And I open the bag for him.
Oh God! You took the dark brown bag. Oh God, you did. Yeah. Okay. What do you do, Nomenclature?
I'd like to make an insight check.
Yeah, please do.
I mean, the bag will keep you quiet.
15.
Yeah, you don't trust him.
I'm gonna let it slide. How about you sit your ass down and let this chick ride?
I'll stand next to him. And then look at, what's her face?
Yo, is it cool if I smoke?
Yes, of course. She actually opens a drawer in her desk and takes out a couple of different types of plants and offers you some.
Some bomb-ass kush, yo.
Drawer opens. I get a whiff, and I want to make a nature check.
Mm-hmm.
Laced with PCP.
21.
Okay, so what you notice, these are various grown strains of weed, but they're not normally grown. They seem to be laced with magic.
I just kind of giggle, and then go, you trying to get me fucked up.
Well, that's what this stuff is for.
Yeah, but like, what kind of magic is it?
Well, each of them is different. This one, she holds up one, and she said, "This one will make you a." She was like, "This one will make you a stallion in bed. This one will give you psychedelic dreams. This one will just relax you."
I lean
And-
over. Smoke all of it.
And this one will just keep you up for as long as you need to be.
I take the last 3,
Mm-hmm.
pack all 3 of them into my pipe.
Wait, so you take the one that keeps you up and the one that relaxes you, so you're taking an upper and a downer together.
Yes.
Yep.
For Loco Bong.
And I take the trippy one.
Okay, Anastasia Beaverhausen.
I want to be awake for the whole ride, but I want to be chill
Okay, go ahead.
while I'm
So-
fucking shit.
All right, go ahead. So you smoke it, and the other one you took was the psychedelic one?
Yeah, I take the psychedelic one, the sativa, and the indica.
Okay, so when you take all 3, you start to notice that the colors of the room itself doesn't change, but the colors of the room slowly start scintillating.
I look at Quinn and say, bruh, I'm about to roll some face, so just please make sure you know of my place.
Oh, you say that to me?
Yes.
I just roll my eyes a little bit, but I smirk at you, and I just give you like a thumbs up.
With the thumbs up, I just smile and fade into the couch.
He's in, what was it? In the sunken place?
So, well, she says. So she's like, so like I was saying, I've been watching you both for a while, and the one thing that I've noticed is that the both of you seem to be destined for more than what the city has to offer, and I am more than happy and willing to provide you with payment as well as direction in that endeavor. I see much that this world has for you, Addison. I understand that you wish to get more in contact with your elven side. You don't have to respond if you do not wish. If it's not your wish for people to know how you feel about this issue.
Yeah. When she says that, like I
Mhm.
visibly like clench like my jaw, so like my jawbones are like more like pronounced, and I'm kind of like squinting, sort of like you bitch.
Yeah. She's like, I understand that is a desire of yours. And she takes off her mask, and you see that she has pointed ears just like yours.
Oh shit!
And she's a high elf.
No, she has dark ruddy skin.
Oh, so she's a wood elf.
She is a wood elf.
Shit.
She is a wood elf. Yeah.
Okay.
Goddamn Romani.
Yeah, when
There's
yeah,
a gnome in here.
he like says that, and like when she's mentioning, I like my eyes widen a little bit, and I'm just like I sort of relax a little bit. I'm not quite as like tense and tight as I was,
Nah.
and I'm just like, go on.
I want to make an in check at disadvantage.
Why are you disadvantaged again?
Fucked up.
Because I'm
Well, I'm gonna say he kind of took an upper and a downer together, so they somewhat cancel each other out. So he is taking a downer that's relaxing him too much, but then he's taking an upper that's exciting him, so it's kind of leveling him out.
And a hallucinogen.
Oh yeah.
The hallucinogen specifically, the only thing it's doing is changing the colors of the room.
okay.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to roll a disadvantage, by all means, but you don't have to.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, go ahead.
14.
Yes, her ears are actually elf ears.
Well, like what she was saying,
Oh no, she's 100% truthful. She knows a hell of a lot about you.
I look down at the pipe and say, I'm pretty sure this shit gave me synesthesia. I look over at Addison and say, so, it might be the weed, but I'm inclined to believe her.
Yeah, I look at you. Yes.
I love that you managed to rhyme something with synesthesia. If you didn't already have inspiration, that would be gotten it again.
Inspiration. I'm okay with it.
No, but you already got it, so you can't get another one.
But it counted in my heart.
Mhm.
That's right.
She says something. She looks to you, Addison, and she says, "Your fighting style."
Yes.
You're trying to emulate your mother.
I just go up into her face and be like, do not even go there.
She just got so real.
Yeah, up in her face, like finger almost to her nose. You can stop that now.
I merely was going to say that it's a beautiful thing. And I could point you in the right direction, if you so wished.
I'm like, my hand is like trembling with my finger pointing at her, and I just make like a fist,
Mhm.
and I just grit my teeth and just turn around and just like walk away.
Mhm.
Go to like the doorway, kind of where Dixis was, near where the library is, like in her room, and I'm just kind of standing in that doorway, like back facing, because I'm like hands on hips, like trying to just like breathe.
I look at Ozone and say, you see that unbridled rage? There's so much aggression in this day and age.
She looks over at the two of you and says, "Hush now, darling. The adults are trying to talk."
Alright, that's cold. You like ruin my hive. Short don't mean shit. Don't have to be a dick. And, like, I'm walking around smoking. Like taking
So,
full
So she says.
Sorry.
So she jumps off the desk and says, "So, to cut to the chase, I would like you all to be a part of my aviary. And roll me history check.
We're not birds, though.
Roll me the damn history check.
Natural 20.
Natural 1.
You're too
19.
Yeah, I was gonna give myself disadvantage too because I'm like almost not even paying attention because I'm furious.
What did it cut my headphones cut out when you said something to Ozone Gnome-clature?
It was right after Addison like got all up in this lady's face.
Yeah.
So I said, "You see that unbridled rage? There's so much aggression in this day and age."
Okay. All right.
So, anyone who's rolled above a 15 would have heard rumors of an adventuring and spying an espionage network known as the Aviary.
Is this
you mean
like Attack on Titan?
What do you mean?
Have you ever seen Attack on Titan?
Yeah.
You know how they have like their special forces, the one with like the little like wings logo?
I mean, yeah, but you don't fly around like on zip ties and whatever.
Well, that's magic. We can fly.
I mean, this is true. So, she says she'd like you to come on as one of her strike teams, basically.
Since I rolled a fucking crit, can it be like in How High when he smokes and then his friend materializes and talks to him?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So like, an actual like battle master appears and explains to me what the hell an aviary is, and I'm just like, oh, that's kind of cool. Nobody else is aware of what's going on. I'm just like, all right, yeah, I can get down with that.
So she says, will you do me the honor of being my new strike team? I promise to pay you handsomely. I always do.
I look up at that.
Okay. Do you say anything or do you just look up?
I look up and... Sure. Why not?
Will I get to go to different towns and provide services?
Absolutely.
I mean, I guess I was gonna do that anyways, but might as well get paid.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to payment, I want my weight in this weed.
You can have as much of it as you want when you come back, or whenever you are in Findius.
The biggest smile shines bright across my face.
If you're gonna send us out, don't you think we need to be properly, equipped?
Well, you would have been properly equipped if you if you figured out my treasure hunt, like some of your friends did.
I think we
I
equipped
was
ourselves with
told to go eat.
What you're told to do and what you're supposed to do aren't always the same thing, darling.
I'm
You'll learn
not
that
from this
fast.
land. It would be very inappropriate for me to be sneaking around.
Oh, darling.
Bro. An hour for the tray. Like, I still have the tray, so if you're still hungry.
And I grab one. I grab an hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah, so when she says that, when he says you need to be properly equipped, you're just like eating and then you put the tray on your head.
Gotta equip my stomach.
Oh my
That's
god.
a cool helmet.
So she turns to Addison and she's like, Addison, I'm most interested to hear from you. I'm sorry my comments have upset you, but I really did not mean you any harm with what I said.
I just like turn and look and I hold out my finger like stop talking with like my eyes still closed.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, you sassy bitch.
You obviously know I have no choice.
Wait, what? I didn't get it.
You have no choice.
Oh yeah, I sigh. You obviously know I have no choice but to agree. And that's all I'm gonna say on this topic.
She stands up and smiles, and she says, I hope you understand that you always have a choice, and I'm glad that this is the choice that you've made. So she says, for now, she says, I suggest you go to the rooms that we laid out for you. The rooms that we've laid out for you, and rest. Because first thing, I will be sending you on your journey, and you will be in the thick of it quicker than you can imagine.
All right, so at that, can we reset it? Like, so that way we can, like, pause it here, and then we can, Ralph can record?
No, that's
Yep.
I have to say,
Oh, before you do that, Ralph, John has something to say.
Yep.
after she says that, I say, nah, the night is still young. I'm gonna have my fun. Hey, nerd, come with me. At that, I point at, Dr.
Daergram?
Daergram.
Oh, Daergram, yeah.
Daergram.
Daergram, sorry. Nerd, come with me. Let's go sit by the trees.
Not really a nerd.
Does she hear you say this?
Well, did she leave?
No, you're still in that room.
Yeah, she heard it. I said it loud and clear.
She says, the trees. You mean in the garden?
I meant what I said.
She's like, what happened?
I said, I meant what I said. I'm an open book to be read.
Well, the garden is, of course, open to everyone. You didn't touch anything, did you?
Nah, I'm smarter than that.
Ah, very good. I figured.
With your
You saw
poison.
what? Yes. Deadly but beautiful. It's what I aspire to be. So you notice this stone, and what happened?
I said, "We'll keep working on it," and I start going off, and I go to the wood frame,
Mm-hmm.
and I talk to it in Elvish. Lead me to my room.
So the wood frame. So when you do that, the bookcase opens of its own volition.
Yeah,
And
I just walk out.
yeah, she calls after you, and she says, before you go, I recommend that you not mess with that stone in the garden on your own. It's a bit of a tricky bit of magic that's from when Findius first came here. Only a few people can operate it.
Oh yeah. No, I'm going straight to my room. I need to not be.
No. Well, no, she says that out loud, but she's meaningfully looking at the gnome.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm just gonna go to my room, and hopefully, the spirits of the house can lead.
Yeah. So so you're kind of, as you're walking, you're kind of led with an almost telepathic urge toward the room where your stuff is.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Can we? Yeah. So, well, I'll just get to my room, and then we could redo it, so that way this isn't long, so Ralph can cut it.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah,
one
that's
sec.
fine.